be the reason that you lose. Don't let pride be the reason that you lose.
What's up, y'all, and welcome to the Plain Black Rapper Podcast, and I'm your host, Nightlife. Thank you for joining me again today. A little bit of an hiatus, things to take care of, but I'm back. More content, more things to be able to share. Please make sure that you share, like, subscribe to YouTube channel. If you're listening on various podcast streaming networks, please make sure that you follow, like, comment. If it's resonating with you, please make sure that you are commenting so that way I can get feedback on what's going on. But everything's been looking pretty good. TikTok clips have been good. The IG reels have been good. So thank you for interacting with those. And, just let me know what time it is as far as what the show is. Well, a lot of things have been going on. Today, I'm kind of steering away from the actual current events to try to stay more positive and to not be such a lightning rod on certain issues. So I wanted to talk about something that I came across in the course of the last couple of weeks. And this is more so to do with work and with music and all of that stuff too. Why is mentorship vital? Mentorship is vital because it helps you to be able to grow. It helps you to have a blueprint, to be able to look to somebody that's already been there, done it, got burned, got success, however it may be. It gives you an opportunity to have somebody to bounce ideas off of and somebody to be able to help you see the holes in what's happening that come up, lets you see it a lot earlier. They can tell you the ways to go and what to do and what not to do. And as a mentor of myself, it's like I try to find that connection with people that look to me for guidance because of the experience that I had in doing certain things, to be able to help them along, whether it's been music, whether it's work or any of that other stuff. It's just important to, of course, try to figure out where the goals are, what the goals are of the person, where they're trying to go, what exactly they want to do, and what their plan is as far as being able to execute it. It helps you to be able, as a mentor, to look at it and go, well, I see where you're trying to go there. Let's dig a little deeper into that and figure out, how exactly we get there. And sometimes that takes time. And then sometimes people just got to go out and experience things on their own. And sometimes a mentor will say that too. But the importance of mentorship is very vital for people that have passions and want to do things. It's hard to go out here and not have people to bounce ideas off of, especially in this time and place that we're in with the technological advancements and with things being the way they are in this world. You need somebody that is experienced in things to be able to help you through with guiding you through certain aspects. And it takes a really good person at listening, because a lot of times you have the problem with sometimes with mentorship is that you have the ideas formulated in your head. You're already on go. And then you ask your mentor, like, hey, what's going on? What should I do? And before they can even get it out, you've oh, well, I'm already doing this. And you've already, basically created your path. So it's just like, they're like, what the hell am I doing here? Right. So that's why you got to be open to mentorship. You can't go, hey, man, I need some help. And then when they start to tell you that you need, what you should be doing, well, that's never going to work. Why are you telling me that? I could have did that. I could have figured that out on my own. One of the key things as far as mentorship is concerned, when you are dealing with a mentor, is to listen to the things that they're telling you. Some things you've heard before, some methods you've heard before, but the sauce in all of that is to be able to listen to it and find the ways that they did it, because it's probably a way that you haven't seen yet. And if you're willing to let yourself be mentored in that fashion and just let go of all of the biases and all of the experiences that you had already and the failures that you had and all of that, and just listen. You just have to take time to listen. And once you do that, it'll be able to unlock some things for you that you never thought that you could. We have this sense of feeling like that, oh, that's just going to get in the way of what I'm doing. That's going to get in the way of my drive. And I want to do it this way. And I want to show everybody that I can do it. You can go out and you can prove to everybody and show everybody that you can do it, but you can also do it in a fashion where you can take mentorship and take it to another level. Some of the barriers involved in mentorship is just as I said, being able to listen, to be able to apply the direction that you're given. Sometimes we take the direction from our mentors and we want to remix it and make it try to fit to ours, and we don't want to do it exactly the way that they want to do it. Sometimes ad-libbing like that is cool and that works out, but a lot of times what happens is you go out and you go, okay, well, you gave me the 5 steps, so I'm just going to follow 3 of them, and then the other 2 I'm just going to do what I want to do. And then when you have a shitty result, then you're going to look up and say, well, that didn't work. Mentorship didn't work. It failed me. No, you just didn't follow the process. You have to complete the entire process to pass or fail. Mentorship, when you're given things from a mentor, it is an experiment for you. It is an experiment for you to see if you can apply your situation and use those steps to be able to make yourself successful or get to where you want to go. But it's important that you follow the steps. You can't rule it out that it doesn't work if you're not going to follow all the steps. You can't really half-ass it in that situation. You have to be able to carry things out to the T and then say at the end of everything and go, okay, well, this didn't work. So maybe we have a recap session with the mentor and we try to figure out, hey, where do we go wrong? And build off of that. And it makes the mentor-mentee relationship a lot stronger that way, because then you're kicking around ideas and you're saying, okay, well, this is what I stepped in. This is not something that I guess we both didn't see. So how do you think that, we can rebound and rebuild it and redo it again and make it better? And I think those things help. Mentorship takes an energy and a respect level for the people that are mentoring you. You have to, I think, revere them in some aspects. You have to make sure that you have a full level of respect for what it is that they do and the knowledge that they have. Because if you do it and you claim to be a mentee and you shit on them during the process, they're just going to shut it down and you're not going to get anywhere. So listen clearly, follow the steps, and also just have a level of respect for that person. It has to be somebody that you notice you can talk to. Don't mentor with nobody if you have communication issues. It's a waste of time. You're not going to get out of it what you need. You need a mentor that's going to be positive, a mentor that's going to build you, a mentor that's going to challenge you and make you want to think about things and figure out better ways to do things. And if you don't have a mentor that challenges you, then you really have the wrong mentor. Because a lot of the cases, if they're just saying, hey, yeah, just nodding their head, go ahead. Yeah, that's good. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks okay. All right, cool. If they're not challenging you as far as what it is that you're building, then you got to question that. Then you got to question if you had the right person in your corner, because that means that they don't give a damn. And you don't want a mentor that doesn't give a damn and they're just there just to, kind of pacify the time. The mentor has to be just as engaged and locked in and wanting to be a part of your situation as you wanting them to be a part of your situation. If you have that type of built mentor-mentee relationship, things work a lot better. And some people react differently to certain things. Sometimes you need to be able to kick people in the ass and be a little bit harder with them. Some people you need to coddle and you need to, you kind of gotta embrace them and, and make everything palatable for them and build their confidence, because their confidence might be shattered and they may not know what else it is to do. And they're coming to you as a mentor and they're going, hey, I'm not really getting anywhere, and I'm really feeling like a failure right now. And it's up for the mentor to be able to try to help and build that. That's where you build a good bridge between the mentor and mentee relationship, by helping them be able to build their confidence back. Some people come in, they say that they don't really need a mentor, or they're cocky about it or whatever. And sometimes a mentor got to knock you on your ass. And you have to be willing to accept that, because you got to respect their experience. So sometimes, it's hard, it's hard. But if you play the long game with it, and you take that time, and you're engaged, and you're locked in, and you're following things the way that you're supposed to follow them, then y'all both get something out of it. What the mentor gets out of the mentee mentor relationship is that the more that you teach a person, the more it kind of stimulates you as far as the knowledge that you have. It unlocks things in you like, oh, okay, I'm teaching this. I didn't even know I knew that. Sometimes when I'm trying to show a person a different way, or teach or something like that, I find another way to be able to teach them, and I look back and I go, well, wow, man, I didn't even know that I knew that. That's crazy that I could just spit that off the top of my head like that. I didn't even know I knew that. And so that's important for the mentors to be able to have. It builds confidence in them being mentors. It's hard. Sometimes people come to you and you just don't have answers. And then because you don't have the confidence in those answers. But as you continue to mentor, then you build the confidence, you build that reputation, you build that rapport that makes people want to come to you for help. I don't mind giving game to nobody. I've been around long enough to experience, and I failed more than I've won. And I've learned a lot from the failures that I've had. So me having to go through and mentor people, it's not really a big deal for me. I enjoy it. It's fun to see people being challenged. It's fun to see people build stuff. And then when they have successes, then you just look up and be like, man, you know what? I'm glad I was able to help with that. Not taking credit, but just being able to help with that. Having that experience of people reaching back to you, and seeing you in walks of life differently years later, and going, you don't even know what you did for me. I appreciate it so much. If you weren't there for me in the time that I needed you to be there for me, and to teach me the things that you taught me, it taught me to be a man out here. It taught me to be a better leader. It taught me to be a person that appreciates a team. It taught me to be a better rhymer. It taught me to be a better artist, a better podcaster, whatever that may be. It helps. And when you have those strong relationships and you build those relationships, you'll get a lot of that. And those are the best moments for me, when I have people come up to me years later like that. That makes me feel good. It makes me feel vindicated. It makes me feel like that I actually made a difference in somebody's life. And not saying that I'm anybody special, because I'm not. I'm just a dude sitting here talking on a microphone to y'all. To be honest, that's what it is. My credits and credentials and I guess stats ain't super high, but I feel and I know and I'm passionate about the things that I do, so I can relay those things properly. And I can say those things with confidence and conviction, and point people to the right direction. And that's all I hope to do when I'm a mentor. But, and sometimes when you are a mentee and you're the one that's learning, you have to be open to that mentors come in all walks of life, shapes, forms, ages, colors, creeds, whatever. I learn stuff from younger people all the time. I don't play the old man card. Shut up. I've been there. I know I've been on this earth longer than you. I know shit. I forgot more than you'll ever know, type of thing. I don't play that. I really understand and really be able to respect the knowledge of people that come in, especially in this AI inhabited market, and marketing being so important, and the internet and social media and all of this stuff, there are people there that are leaps and bounds way more knowledgeable of this stuff than I am. And I have to lean on them. And even some of the people I mentor, like my boy El Ricky, being one of his mentors and seeing the way that he is excelled and propelled as far as being able to, sell his music and basically make a decent living off his music. It's allowed him to come back and circle the block and teach me stuff. And I don't mind it. I really just get a lot of joy out of that, because it's like, man, he's schooling me on shit that I didn't even know about. And I'm willing to listen to him. And I think that he enjoys it too, because he feels like he's giving back. And that's cool. And that's what you want. That's what you want, those relationships. My kids teach me things all the time. They are more savvy out here than I am. So I have to, hey, what is this? How do you do this? How do you do that? I had a friend named Ashanti that worked at a spot that I worked at before I got to my recent gig. And she was a security guard there. And shout out Ashanti. She basically taught me how to move on TikTok. She had a TikTok. Her TikTok was going crazy. And I was like, well, how do you do all of that? So she basically went through the steps, told me what I need to do. And hey, you need to go live more. Hey, you need to do this. You need to do that. Very young lady, and it's just like to humble myself and to be able to get that opportunity to learn those things was invaluable to me. There's things that she taught me that I still use in principles today. And then if I need something, I'll just go hit her and be like, hey, I came up on this. How do you figure this out? So I'm a creature of being able to be humble enough to learn from other people, to learn from younger people, to learn from people that I may not have the same views with things. I don't mind learning, because I'll listen to whatever it is that I need to listen to, and I'll listen to 90% of the bullshit to get 10% of gold out of it. It's fine. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes your purpose to listen to people is not to listen to all of the other stuff. You have to get through that stuff and get those little nuggets of gold that's within the conversation or within the teaching, and then apply that. And that's not necessarily mentor. That's not necessarily mentor-mentee relationship stuff. That's more so just the act of listening and being able to find and apply what it is that you find and apply there. It's not hard, but it is hard because you are sitting and you're listening, and sometimes the vessel of where it's coming from may not be what you want to necessarily hear, or you may not really dig the person that much, but you still had to take time to listen. I had plenty of managers that I didn't get along with that I still listened to and found a way to be able to get what I needed out of them by just the sheer listening. Like all this other nonsense, okay, whatever. But okay, well, I'll try that. Maybe I'll try a little of this. I'll try a little of that, and then apply it. And those are the things that you kind of build off of. And that is actually practice for being a mentee in those relationships. That's practice. When you can listen to other people and find what you need out of it, it prepares you to be in front of somebody to listen to the things that they are telling you and apply things that they are telling you. You've done that. Mentor-mentee relationships also, depending on how well they go, you can levy internships, sweat equity, and partnerships. You can build all of that through those relationships. The people that mentor you remember you and they know that you bust your ass, and they know that you're a hard worker, and they know that you'll get it how you need to get it. So they'll come back to you. They may have a project. You know what? You actually will fit perfectly into this role that I have, and it may help you get a job, may help you get on a project, it may help you, may help you get on a song, it may help you to get, in other spaces that you're not supposed to be. Maybe get you in the rooms that you're not supposed to be in because they feel like, hey, you listen to me. Let me take you to the big boys table so you can hear some of the stuff that's going on here. May unlock some stuff. It may open some doors for you. That's why it's so important. That's why the listening portion and the respect portion is so important, because you can unlock so many relationships. Your mentor can be the one to talk to somebody about, if you're looking at a job, oh, I know such and such. Let me holler at them for you real quick, and I'll see what I can do for you. Sometimes those are the most valuable things. And that's why it's great to have mentors. And even for the mentors in those situations too, is once you build a roster of people that you are mentoring, then they know that you are good at producing talent. So someone can come and poach you to just produce talent. Someone can come in and go to you as a resource because you produce talent. So if you produce talent, then that is another revenue stream for you, because now you're a middleman or middle woman for whatever it may be. You're putting out all of these talented people into this world to be able to do these things. Somebody's going to want a piece of that. So it's important to understand how important it is for you as a mentor to excel in that role as well. That's why we can't take it lightly. When you're teaching, you can't take it lightly. When you're being a role model or you're being somebody to be looked at as an example, you can't take that lightly. Your mentors are, your mentees are always watching. They always checking on you. They checking on you on social media. They checking to see the things that you like. They are checking to see the books that you're reading. They checking to see, what it is that you are in, what it is that you are into, and getting into the same things that you're into and following paths that you walk. So make sure that you're being the correct example for them. And I know it's not always a great time to be a mentor, because sometimes you just don't have either the time, the patience, or you just are going through something right now and you can't really, just fit into the role properly. But let me tell you, that's an opportunity for you to be able to get away from a lot of things that may be going on by pouring yourself into somebody else. That's time, that's energy, that's faith, that is resources. That's all of that stuff is an opportunity for you to be able to take that negative energy that you got that's going all these other different places and pour positivity into somebody else. If you feel like you can't do that, then don't mentor. Don't take your negative experiences and use it as a bitch session and tell them about everything that didn't work and failed and how, wow, this is not good for you and you shouldn't even do this and you're not good at this and you can't do it. And once you start doing that stuff and you start derailing and you start trying to tank people, don't be a mentor. It's not for you. It's not for everybody. It's really not for everybody. It is for the chosen few that are passionate about it, that are passionate about other people's growth, that are passionate about teaching, that are passionate about taking people under their wing, that are passionate about seeing that experience through and making it brighter and making things better and making their company better, making their label better, making whatever it is that you're doing better. And you take personal pride in that. I look at my mentees like they're my kids. when they grow, when they step out in any type of advancement. And if I see it and I'm online, I'm probably the first one to congratulate. They'll all tell you. Anybody that's been underneath me in this music stuff, or anybody that I've managed and they've made it to the next step, the one that's waving the pom poms for them, the hardest is me. I'm excited for them. I'm excited for their experiences, excited for their growth. And my mentors do the same thing too. Every time I take a positive step, they're all will acknowledge and appreciate and congratulate. And in those moments, when you being the mentee, it's important that you reach back and you thank your mentors for your positive steps, for your successes, for your advancement, for your promotions. Make sure that they know. Make sure that they know they made a difference. Tell them, show them appreciation, stand on it. It's not hard. It's just the right thing to do. You want those relationships and those bonds to be as strong as possible. And you do that by acknowledging when you do things great, that somebody helped you get to this point of greatness. You have it. Mentors, keep looking your people up, man. Keep looking your people up. Show them love whenever possible. Open whatever doors you can open for them. Do that. That will help. That will make you better as a mentor. It's a beautiful thing when these things work. Not so good when they don't. Those conversations are probably for another time. There's some times where the mentor-mentee relationship is trash and shit don't work. And it makes an adversarial situation. But for the most part, when you look for a mentor and it's somebody that you believe in, somebody you respect, maybe somebody you even idolize, and it works out and they give you the best of them and they give you the best knowledge, the best resources, the positive energy, the positive feedback, the encouragement, when you get all of that, it make you feel like you're unstoppable. It make you feel like you're unbeatable. It make you feel like a success. That's how I would feel. And every time I make another step forward and it's positive, even if it's a small one, I always look back at my mentors and what they did for me to even be able to get there. Because without them, I'm not here. I'm nowhere close to being here. Who knows what I'm doing? I'm a product of mentorship. I'm a product of hard work. I'm a product of following the path, the right path that others showed me to follow. And if I wasn't humble enough, I wouldn't be here. Well, that pretty much wraps it up today for the Plain Black Rapper podcast. Please make sure, just for a little bit of housekeeping, number one, help the pod out, man. Down at the scroller at the bottom, we have the merch, mitchellmediareview.creator-spring.com. You can pick up shirts, hats. You can pick up all kinds of swag for the Plain Black Rapper podcast that you support and you love. So make sure you show it. Go and buy some gear. Just dropped a single called I Just Want to Rhyme. Shout out to Nitroglick. It is buying at Bandcamp and stream everywhere. You can go ahead and pick that up. Please do and support. That is Nightlife, Nitroglick, I Just Want to Rhyme. Strictly at Bandcamp for buy, and it is everywhere on streaming. Last but not least, we have the Gauntlet Beat Battle Christmas edition. So check us out, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Gauntlet Beat Battle, 12-12-24. We will be doing all of the Christmas theme beats, all of our specialty gauntlets usually go up and they usually go crazy. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. You'll hear some creativity that you've never heard before. If you've seen or heard anything from the Halloween battle that we had, the Christmas one is just as nutty. So please make sure that you check that out. That is the Gauntlet Beat Battle, Christmas Battle, 12/12/24. Shout out to Sandman. Shout out to Lens Prog. Shout out to Big Bro Focus. You know how we do on the Gauntlet. And I think that's it. So I'll get out of here and thank everybody for joining. I really, really appreciate it. I know it is tough, but we'll all get through it. Difficult roads often lead to most beautiful destinations. Shoot your shot. Go for the win. You might make it. Peace.